In October of 2024, my OnlyFans agency did 89,000 in revenue. It's pretty impressive. So far, my best month for sure. And in this video, I'm going to give you the information on what changed, what led to the increase, why I think this month was so much better than other months, and what my plans are for future months. So first things first, I should say that this is definitely the best month. Did I already say that? This is the best month we've had so far. Most of that revenue was from OnlyFans. I think only about 5,000 of it was from the other platform, which I'm not happy about that, but like it is what it is. And I think that's important information. I think the previous month, I don't remember exactly, don't quote me on this, but I think it was, I think we did like 10 or 15 on the other platform. I'm not sure. But regardless, that's an extra 15K that we just didn't make. We should have for sure done at least 15K on the other platform, but it is what it is. Anyway, in September, we did 57,000. And so this is over a $30,000 jump in a month, right? It's pretty damn good. Now, let's talk about what led to that increase, because you are all probably very curious. And surprise, surprise, well, you probably think it was like, oh, we got this new traffic method, or we got this a bunch of new chatters or something. And we did get some new chatters. That was part of it. But these guys are new. They've only been working for like maybe 2 weeks. And I think between them, they probably sold under $10,000. The biggest contributing factor was the new compensation system that I implemented in the beginning of September. So beginning of September or possibly the end of August, I don't remember. Don't quote me on that, but it's only been about a month. Now, what I want to do is I want to tell you about this new compensation system and explain to you why it was so instrumental in this extra money. So overall, what I did is what I was doing before, actually, I should probably talk about that first. What I was doing before, I was paying a flat 15% across the board. Didn't matter how much you sold. And then I would have some bonuses in place where it's like, get to 500, you get a $10 bonus, get to 750, you get a $20 bonus. And it would kind of like, and it wasn't even evenly spaced. It was like 500, 750, 1,000, and then 1,500, and then maybe 2,000. There was another bonus. And that was it. Those are the bonuses. So what ended up happening for most salespeople is that they would sell $500 to get to like the most basic tier. And they'd think to themselves probably like, okay, I don't want to work that hard for another $10. I don't want to try to sell another $250 for another $10. Let me fucking just call it a day and be done with it. So what I did is I added I revamped the entire bonus structure. So I removed all previous bonuses and I added 4 new types of bonuses. So I added 3 new types of bonuses and I changed the commission structure. So let's talk about the commission structure first. So instead of a flat 15% commission, regardless of how much they sell, what I started doing now is I do a sliding scale percentages. So I think I might be wrong about this, but I think from 0 to 250, I think they're at 12% now. From 251 to 500, it's 14%. From 500 to 750, it's 15%. 750 to 1,000 is 16%. And 1,000 and up is 17%. And these are retroactive commissions as well. Meaning if somebody sells $1,001, they get 17% on the entire amount, not just on the $1 that's over the threshold. Okay, so that's number one. Now, what did this do? This, I believe, greatly encouraged sellers to sell more. Okay, because think about it. Before it was like they get 15% no matter what. Now I changed it so like they've got it in their mind. Oh, if I get to $1,000, I get that 17%. And what's the difference between 500 and 1,000? I don't know. And I actually I did all the math on this when I was creating the system, but I don't remember it now. I just remember that this was going to be good, and it was clearly. So that's number one. I think that's been very instrumental in them achieving these numbers. Number two is I revamped the daily bonuses. So instead of I revamped them and I reduced them by a lot. So like to give you an idea, before if they sold for $1,000, they would get a $40 bonus. Now that has been rescaled to $24, I believe. I think it starts at, I need to recheck this honestly. Like I literally don't remember. I think it might start. Yeah, I literally don't remember. I don't remember. I need to check it. But anyway, the point is that what I did is I reduced it. I reduced them across the board, but I spaced them more evenly. So now they go all the way. They're like every $250 all the way up to $2,500. So, so now there's much more of an incentive for people to continue to the next tier to get the additional bonus. Number 3, I added I added consistency bonuses. So basically, if people sell for a certain amount for a certain number of days in a row, then they will get a consistency bonus. I think what it is that if they sell for $500 a day for 7 days in a row, they get a $40 bonus. They do $750 a day for 7 days, it's an $80 bonus. And if they do 1,000, then it's 160 or 120, maybe, I think. But the point is that it rewards consistency. And if they take days off, guess what? That's not consistent. You lose the fucking bonus. So no days off, bucko. And that has seemed to help as well. And then finally, what I think is probably the most, or one of the most motivating, is that I've added a daily competition bonus pool. So the way this works is every time a salesperson hits $500, every time they get from 0 to 500, we add $5 to the bonus pool. And we also add an additional $5 at every $250 in additional sales that they hit. So they get to 500, add $5. They get to 750, add another $5. And this goes into a pool. Doesn't go to them, goes to a pool. And the top seller gets the pool. So to keep the math simple, let's say we have 4 guys who hit $500, and then the top guy hits 550. That person is going to get a $20 bonus for the day. Now, if the top seller sells 1,000 and there's another guy who does 750 and 2 guys who do 500, then it scales from there. So like I've paid out bonuses of, I think, $35, $40, $45, which sounds like a lot. It's like, oh my God, you paid out $45 as a daily bonus to a chatter? Yeah, I did. But like, you know, this guy sold 1,000, this guy sold 1,200, this guy sold 600, and this guy sold 750. So like, I don't fucking care. Yeah, here's $45, bro. Like, congratulations, you did a great job. He's happy. I'm happy. The guys are competitive. And it adds, I think, what was missing, something very important that was missing from the previous iteration of the bonus structure, was that there was no daily competition. I kind of tried to do something like this where I would do whoever gets the most sales gets $20. But what ended up happening is that, you know, like I said, if people didn't motivate them to like sell as much as possible. So the one weakness of the daily competition is that the guys don't necessarily know how much other people are on until the end of the day. So now that I think about it, actually, I think some of them might know, but that's kind of a problem because they might be able to check and communicate and be like, oh, this guy's on this much, like you can sell that much. And I think that that might not be good. So I might have to remove admin access for some people because what I really don't want, I don't want people to game the bonus system. That's not the intention of this. The intention is for them to work as hard as they can, honestly. And I mean, look, like, let's be honest. Okay, they're good people, blah, blah, blah. They do their job, whatever. But like, they're, you know, if you leave a fucking steak on the floor in front of a dog, he's going to eat the fucking steak, even if he's a good dog. You know what I mean? So, another thing that I started doing daily missions. What are daily missions? Daily missions are, just as they sound, they are missions so that every day the chatters, they're optional. They don't have to complete them, but they will receive a bonus if they do complete them. A simple one that I give out frequently is for chatters to do what I call a broken phone screen gambit, where what they do is they try to get a sub to give them $150, for example, so that they can fix their phone screen. And that's it. If they do that, they get $10. And what this does, the goal of the daily mission is to get chatters to expand their toolbox. Okay. So they need to like, by them, I don't really care that they went and did the phone screen gambit. It's that like now they know that they can do that and they have it in their toolbox to get $150 from a subscriber. So yeah, that's, I think, also very helpful. And it helps to like, because sometimes what happens with chatters or salespeople is they get stuck in a rut. Like they have something that works and then it stops working and then they don't try anything else. They just keep trying that thing. So by giving them some sort of incentive to switch it up and to try something new, it reminds them that it's possible to do that other thing. And then they start doing it. Another thing that I started doing, I know this maybe sounds like a lot of bonuses and a lot of extra money. Now I started fining chatters. Okay. So like, yes, I give you opportunities to earn, but I'm also going to take some of that fucking money away from you if you don't do what I tell you to do. So now I started implementing $50 fines for people that don't do what they should be doing. Now, I didn't want to do this. I would love to not have to give any fines to anybody. I don't like taking money from them. I don't need your $50, bro, but like, if I've told you to set a fucking goal by 7 p.m. every day and you don't set a goal, what's going on here? Like, I'm sorry, but this is the last resort. Like, this is corporal punishment here. So some of the things that I do fines on is, like I said, setting a goal. Another one is submitting reports on time. I don't care why you didn't submit it on time. I don't care. I do not care. Submit it on time. Okay. I told you to submit it on time. I didn't say submit it on time unless you're busy or submit it on time unless you're talking to a subscriber trying to make a sale. I don't fucking care. Submit it on time. Stop earlier. Sell less. It doesn't matter to me. What matters is that you fucking get your report in on time like I told you to. Other things that I do penalties on is missing the daily screenshots. Every day, chatters are responsible for submitting screenshots of conversations that they feel they handled well, along with context of that conversation. And what I do is I add these to a repository in a Notion file that has now, I don't know, probably 100 conversations that chatters can go through and they can read and they can see how other chatters have made sales. Very valuable. I mean, come on. How much would you pay for that? I know you'd pay a lot for that, or you would pay. So, now, yes, like I said, there are additional bonuses, but you don't do what I tell you to do. And I got to tell you more than once, guess what? You're paying for my fucking next 2 lunches at Chipotle. I'm getting extra guac too. All right. Additionally, 2 new chatters. So now I have 7 chatters total. I have 5 who I would say are reliable. Well, not reliable. Reliable is the wrong word. I have 5 who I think can sell for like 500 a day. The 5th one, I don't know. Like, everybody has bad days, and I don't want to relax yet. But yeah, 2 that are new, and they both seem good. But I'm not, I've been through this so many times that like, I'm not going to count my chickens. You know what I'm saying? Count my chicks before they're hatched. What I would like to see is that they make it through November. And I think if they make it through the month of November, I think that, I can say that like they'll be solid. Just hired another guy yesterday, so we'll see how that goes. I've also started YouTube for 3 models. Haven't really seen any results on that yet, but that takes time. And I also started and now stopped a tube method strategy for my creators where we were like, I made a list of like 200-300 porn sites, hired some VAs. I was like, okay, here's their content, go upload it. Didn't work. And I'll tell you why. Because the tube method, I'm not sure if you guys know this, but when you upload to tube sites, you need to, or they need to check every single video to make sure there's no like illegal stuff in there. And it's, if they get 10,000 uploads a day, it's going to take forever for them to process all that shit. And so what ended up happening is like I had these VAs uploading 100, 150 videos a day to all these sites. And like, not a lot of them got published. And I was like, what the fuck? This is just fucking stupid. So I don't know. Maybe somebody has a better method for the tube method, but that just was not working for me. So I kind of scrapped that one. Anyway, that is the secret sauce between my agency doing 89,000 last month. If you would like my help getting your agency to that level or possibly above, let me know. I've got some links in the description for some videos that explain in more detail how I do that. If you want coaching, I offer that as well. Thanks for watching the video. Subscribe, like, and I will see you next time.